Hi everyone, this is Connie from Connie's Creative Creations. Today I'm taking part in a Bohemian DIY and we'll get to that, more information on that in just a moment. Okay, I've got this ring. Now it is the top of a black trash bin from the Dollar Tree. I forgot to film when I was cutting it off, and there it is, and I just cut it away. Now I took this kite string and I am wrapping it all around this ring so that I have a base for what I'm going to be doing. Now you can see the baker's twine sitting there in the blue and white and the green and white, and I'm going to be using that as well. So once I get this all done, and I'm going to tell you, this project took me forever, and that's why I am speeding it up. So while I'm doing that, I wanted to let you know that with this collab, we are doing all Bohemian projects. So, and there's also a giveaway, so you don't want to forget to go to the comments and comment on this video. Now I'm going to give you the special word in a little bit, but as you can see now, I'm taking the baker's twine and I am twisting it and putting these beads from BB Craft on it. Now if you just twist it, it twists up around and in between, and that's how I'm doing it. I'm going back, I'm going to be going back and forth between the blue and the green and getting this done. Now the best part about putting that twine on before is this doesn't slide around, because I'm actually doing a double tie on it when I do put them on, and I'm using a darning needle that is thin, very pointy, but it's got a big eye. So it's easy to, fairly easy to thread. So that's one thing I really enjoy with being able to use these. They're not too fat, so they'll still go through all the holes. So you're going to want to go down to the description box. Down there is going to be everybody in this collab. It's going to have their name, their channel name, or link, plus a lot of other information that is down there. Okay, so as you can see, I am just going as fast as you can see me going fast. I was going really slow because this is the first time I've ever done Bohemian. I think I've done a few things, but anything like this. I'm sorry I'm out of frame a little bit. As you can see, I brought them together with a braid, and I braided those two sections together, and then I clamped them, and I'm starting on the next section, and I'm doing the same thing, but I'm using yellow beads instead of the green beads, but I am using all of the Bohemian looking beads from BB Craft. And so I'm just going to be doing the same things, threading them on and then twisting them. And then you get to see what I'm going to do next. Okay, now you can see that I've got the one section brought together and braided, and now I'm bringing the last section and I'm going to braid it. I'm sorry I'm out of this shot. This is my new craft room and I'm just trying to get everything set up properly so that you see everything. But as you can see right there, I've got it all braided together and I've separated sections, and I'm just going to be hooking them, pulling them taut, and tying them to the bottom of this ring. And I'm just going to be spreading them out. So it's a tree. It's the top of a tree, and then there is the bottom of the tree. And it's like the roots. So I hope you guys really enjoy this. And after I'm done with this, I trim the bottom because those strings are all different lengths, even though I tried to make them kind of close to the same. But as I turn this, you can see what I'm doing. And I am just pulling and tying. I'm tying two, so I pull two, tie it. And then I'm going to add some more because it's a little sparse in sections. Not that I can make those thicker, but I can make what comes off of it thicker. So as I just finish tying those all up, I'm going to add the other ones. And then I'm going to trim it and call this a very done boho project. And we'll go right to the next one as soon as I am done. Okay, so I'm taking part in this Bohemian Fall collaboration, and it is CeeJ and Miguel and all these lovely women. So there's Miguel, and then CeeJ, Kiki, Zana, Daniela, LaParsha, Brenda, Jamie, Evie, Beth, Favi, me of course, Tiff, Tammy, Son, and Cynde, as well as Leah, Shawnie and Gaddis, and Buffie. So don't forget to go around the whole playlist and see what we've got going on. Now there is, like I said, a giveaway, and I'll give you that information at the end of this, or yeah, I'll give you the information a little bit later. As you can see, I took this vase and I'm using Mod Podge on it so that I can paint on it without the paint flaking off, at least as easily. So I'm just covering it completely, and then once that's done, I am taking this jar. Now I have to get those marbles out because I can't do it with the marbles in it, and I'm going to completely cover that with the Mod Podge as well. And once I am done with that, you'll get to see how I'm going to decorate it. Okay, now that is finished. What I am going to take is Waverly's hazelnut paint, and I'm going to completely paint this vase, and I'm going to put 2 coats of this all. This is a really cute, cool vase that I was given for from my daughter, and that hazelnut is a new color that I got from Plaid. I'm a Plaid ambassador, and I just got it in a box. And so this is absolutely beautiful color. I absolutely love it. So as I get this all finished, I am going to grab the other jar, and I'm going to grab a bunch of okay, with those marbles, I'm just going to be hot gluing those all over this jar. And it didn't quite turn out the exact way I wanted it to, but I wasn't going back. I was invested, and so I just went with it. Now, yeah, and I'd already put the Mod Podge on it, so it was adhered. Now I did have a few of them pop off, and I had to reattach them, but once I just let them, I stopped messing with them when the glue wasn't completely hot. I mean, when the glue was still warm, and I let them cool off, then they went ahead and adhered perfectly fine, and I had no issues with them. And then I take this hazelnut and I do the same thing. I completely paint over this, and this is when you'll start seeing that I'm losing little marbles, and I just keep gluing them back on because I was knocking them off by tilting the jar, but I had to tilt the jar to get to the bottom of the jar. So yeah, I was struggling big time. So I went ahead and I finished doing this, and I went over this twice because there was areas that was not covered completely, and I wanted it completely covered. So this is I think the second coat. Yes, I'm putting on the vase, and then I go back to the other one. But I went ahead and I grabbed this milk jug and my gold, metallic gold from Folk Art, and milk jug from Folk Art, and I'm just painting the top portion with the milk jug, and I'm not going for a certain perfect line because I'm not too worried about that, because you'll see what I end up doing because of that. But then I'm going to grab that gold, and I'm going to put it all over the jar with the bead, or the yeah, all over the jar, as well as I did it on the bottom of the vase, and I completely lost some of that footage. And here is the finished projects. I hope you guys like this one. Now we're going to go to the last and final project, and I want you to know that this has been my struggle. Very much struggle learning the boho style. It's not my style, so that is your secret word: struggle. Okay, so I took this rope from the Dollar Tree, and I got one long piece, and then I looped it and glued it together so that it was like at the top of, the top of the. Okay, I was getting these ready, and I was trying to figure out how to make them, and it wasn't working. So I had stopped, watched a video. Actually I watched Miguel make this similar to this, and I finally figured it out how to get it. So I unwound the rope and I put one loop in, one loop under, and pulled the ends in between. This makes a beautiful design, and I just kept working at it until I got it all filled up as much as I wanted it, and I just pulled it really, really, really super tight so that it wasn't going anywhere. Plus, I was going to use hot glue on it anyway, so that nothing slips as it when it's finished. I didn't want it slipping. So, and it kind of looks like a hot mess right now. It kind of looks like an angel, but it's not. I guarantee you it's not an angel. It just kind of looks that way right now. But I just, like you said, I just keep doing this over and over again. Okay, now I'm getting to the bottom, and I did want to just let you know, if you hit the subscribe button, you will have a chance to win the $100 Dollar Tree gift card, as well as 8 of the hard to find Dollar Tree calendars. So if you do hit the subscribe button, what that's going to do is make it where you get notified when we announce the winner. But you don't have to, but it will help my channel. Also, if you can hit that notification bell, hit it twice, hit all, you'll get notified every time I upload a video, as well as give me a big old thumbs up and leave a comment. I love reading them. So here I am just finishing up the last little bit of this, and I'm just going to start trimming it so I get the shape that I want. I'm struggling there. See, there's that word, struggle. So I went ahead and I started cutting the other side as well. Just getting that all cut. And it's not a perfect cut yet, but I'm going to go back and trim it in a few minutes. But first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my hot glue, and I'm going to glue that end up underneath the back side. That way it won't get loose, and I hot glued at the top so it won't move. Then what I'm going to do after I rake through it kind of with my fingers is I'm going to take Mod Podge and the flat Mod Podge, and I'm just going to Mod Podge over this whole thing, front and back. What that's going to do is it's going to get it stiff, and it's going to make it easier for me to cut, and it's going to keep it where when it's hanging, it won't flop. It will literally stay right where I've put it. So I go ahead and I do the front side, and then I do the back side, and then I trim it all up just so that it is perfectly in line and there's no little stragglers. And once this is all done and dry, this project is finished. So I hope you enjoy this, and I hope you enjoy all of the other videos. Here is a recap of all of the projects that I did, and I want you to know, I hope you have the most blessed day, and be the Bible somebody reads today. Bye.